Good morning, guys. Welcome back. If you're new, my name is Jessica. I'm a mother of four, ranging from 18 all the way to 6. I work full time for a high school, but on my time off and weekends and whatnot, I enjoy hanging out with my family, but also my hobby is cleaning. During the week, my husband will do all the tidying and keep up on the laundry and whatnot. So that way I don't have to while he's at work for 2 days. He does adult foster homes, so he does a live-in job for 2 full days. So that's when I am here with the children and still working because it's a Thursday to Wednesday night to Friday night. So it's not horrible, but those 2 days are very chaotic because by the time I get home, I'm exhausted. But like I said, thankfully, he gets everything prepared for me and makes sure that I could just come home, hang out with the kids, and relax, which I am very thankful for. He is an amazing husband. He does everything for us, so that way we don't really have to worry about it. But he doesn't do the deep cleaning. He'll tidy, and I do the deep cleaning. But like I said, I also love cleaning, and it is one of my hobbies. If I could actually start a business of cleaning, then I probably would, but I just don't have the time to gamble for that at the moment. Maybe eventually, because I don't know why, but my OCD loves having everything clean. I'm not as bad as I used to be because I'm working on it. I used to get really flustered and irritated when things were out of place and whatnot. But having 4 kids, I've slowly had to make my way more relaxed. So that way I didn't have meltdowns and freak out. So I'm getting better about that. But that is mostly what my channel is. I'm slowly going to be starting to do a little bit of home makeovers. I don't know if you guys saw it, but a couple weeks ago I posted that I repainted the living room because eventually I would like to sell the house and get our own place. But we shall see how that all comes about. But for now, I'm going to be going one room at a time, painting each one, and hopefully within the next couple weeks, my bedroom will be the next one, because I have, as of right now, dark green walls with I don't know what type of white, but it's not a bright white. Our old landlord, before we bought it from him, I think he just bought a cheap paint and just repainted everything because the people before us trashed the whole house. It was disgusting, and he had to redo part of it. But again, he didn't have all the money to redo all of it, so he did what he could. And since we've lived here for 11 years, possibly 12 now, it is definitely well loved, but it needs to be redone. There's some things that obviously we can't do, like the electrical needs to be updated, and just a whole bunch of other random things like the siding and whatnot. Those are things that we will not be doing, but I am capable of doing the little things in the house, and thankfully my husband, I can usually get him to help me on like bigger projects. And it's a lot of YouTubing, but we also have his family that we can ask for help, even though we hate asking for help, but they are willing, and his family can basically build a whole house by themselves with all the trades that they know. So that is a plus, and I'm hoping to eventually use them to assist us, so that way we can eventually get property. Not a lot, just like an acre, just enough for 1 pig, a cow. I do want eventually some goats, but they're not a must. But I do want to start living off of the land. And meat already costs so much in the stores, so I would rather get a cow, raise it, and then butcher it and have our freezers full and last all year long, rather than spending so much money in the store and it's not even the best grade of meat. I do my best, but that stuff gets expensive. So let me know down in the comments what you're going to be doing over the weekend. As you can see, this was over a few days, but I did some laundry, dishes, and everything else. But this weekend, I'm going to be hopefully shampooing the carpets, and I want to go outside since it's actually sunny here in Oregon this weekend. It's still freezing cold, of course, but I'm going to take the sunshine as I can get it. And since I went through the car wash yesterday with my truck and didn't even think about looking in the back of the truck because I have walnuts and just mushy leaves and whatnot in the back of my truck. When I went through the dryer part, it flung it on the back window. So I need to scrape all of that out and just rinse it out and whatnot. So that's what I'm hoping to be doing this weekend. But let me know down below, what are your plans for the weekend?
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart stops beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smiling.
So some of you might realize or recognize that this is my daughter's rooms. There's two little girls that live in this bedroom, and it's very small. It doesn't have an actual closet in it, which is really odd. So I ended up going to IKEA and buying two of their stand-up closet things, and it works great, but it takes up a lot of room. I wish they had an actual closet so that way I could put like their dresser and stuff in it and then give them some more floor space. But on this day, we had rearranged it in the previous video because they got some cushions that they could build forts with and stuff, but they like using it as a couch in their room. But when we moved everything, I realized that they still had a whole bunch of stuff from when they were little, like the little 9-piece puzzles for little kids and whatnot. So I ended up taking those out and setting them off to the side for my nephew because he just turned 2, so he's almost to that point where he can start doing puzzles and whatnot. But then there were also some childish type of books. So I just, like I said, went through, pulled some of that stuff out. My littlest daughter, who's 6, almost 7, she loves puzzles. So I wasn't going to end up getting rid of a lot of them. There's still a few that are kind of easy for her, but she likes the pictures on them, so I'm just going to leave them there for now. And eventually I would like to get her some bigger puzzles and get rid of the smaller ones, just so that way it'll take her a little bit longer and she'll just get better at puzzles because it is good for your brain and whatnot. So I'm okay with that. But they like to cram all of their school papers that they want to keep and everything, including birthday cards or letters that they get, which I'm fine with. It's sentimental to them. I still have some of the stuff from when I was little, So I will not be making them get rid of all of it, but I did go through and pick out some of the things that just only had like a little tiny bit of coloring on it or something that they just kind of shoved and it was wrinkled. I got rid of that stuff just because they have way too many and they constantly ask us to print off pictures for them to color. So I just said it's time to get rid of some of those, and I was just situating their books and stuff because they got so many books. My aunt orders them a book series each month, and they absolutely love reading. They read almost every day. They fight over which books they're going to read, and they actually try to go in order of the series, so it's pretty nice. But I wanted them to be able to access them better, and since they like to just shove stuff all over on the shelves, I knew I needed to come in here and just reorganize and pick out the things that they didn't need anymore, because if they could, they would keep everything, and with both of them sharing this room, there's no way that they can keep all of their stuff and continue to be getting new stuff without getting rid of stuff. And normally I do have them help me, and they have in the past in a couple of my videos helped me choose what stuff they wanted to get rid of and what they didn't. But whenever I do go through their rooms, I always make sure to have them look at the pile of stuff and make sure that they are okay with it, especially if we're giving it to their cousin or whatever else. Usually they're pretty good about it, because then when they see their cousins, then they can still play with it, but it's not taking up room in their bedroom. So that's what I was doing here. It took me quite a while, actually, just because I didn't want to just go as fast as I could. I didn't want to take all day, but I did want it to look a lot better and have stuff fit into the containers and whatnot of the things that they did have on the shelves. But in the end, it ended up turning out much better, and the girls really enjoyed it, actually. So that was actually pretty nice. But let me know down in the comments, do your kids get upset when you go through their stuff? My parents never went through my stuff, and actually most of the time whenever we would move, we would quote unquote lose things. I think that was just the easiest way for my parents to get rid of stuff that we didn't need, because my dad was military, so we moved every 3 years, so we would always get a whole bunch of stuff, and who really wants to pack up everything and move it all when majority of it was like McDonald's toys and all that type of stuff that we just didn't actually have to have. But let me know down in the comments what you guys do with your kids to have them help.
I should slow down, take it easy. I just keep on staring at my phone. Yeah, my head's spinning, heart's racing, knowing that you could give me a call. I lay awake at night because all I seem to think about is you. I don't know what to do. Do I want this too much? I know I have burned you once before. You can chew me up and spit me out if you don't want to see me anymore. But I just want to try it, because all that I can think about is you. And I don't know what to do. just keep on staring at my phone. Yeah, my head's spinning, heart's racing, knowing that you could give me a call. I lay awake at night because all I seem to think about is you. Can I stay for a while? 'Cause I don't know any better. I should say something clever, but I can't think whatsoever. Because my logic's out the window when I'm sitting next to you. Go ahead and break my heart if you want to, but I'll stay for a while if that's okay with you.
Okay, so here's the end of these shelves. It was really tedious when I was watching it, and it just kind of seemed a little bit too much. So I ended up cutting part of it out and just going to the ending of it. And as you can see, almost the whole top row of both of the bookcases and the second row of the other bookcase is just books. It's book series and everything else that they ended up getting. So now I switched over to their dresser area, and on that black shelf is all the Lego flower sets that my daughter got. She absolutely loves them, but our cats like to go up on their dresser and start messing with things. They like messing with everything as it is. They tear apart my shoes and all of it. So I was trying to make it to where the shelf wasn't taking up the whole area, but it was enough space to where if the cats did end up getting up on the dresser, then hopefully they wouldn't knock it off. Plus I needed to get a spot for their humidifier and their CD player. It ended up taking me a little bit, but I think in the end it actually wasn't too bad. I think it turned out okay. Obviously, I need to find a different area for some of this stuff because, like I said, they just have a whole bunch of stuff that they randomly get throughout the year, and my kids like to take care of their stuff for the most part, so it's really hard to get rid of their stuff because it is usually still in good condition. Obviously, I make sure that they go through their stuff before Christmas and birthdays, so that way we can make room for other things. And normally, like I said, they're pretty good about it, but they do struggle at times also because I'm willing to get rid of more stuff than they are, but I have to remind myself that it's not my stuff, it is theirs, and they actually do play with majority of it. But I made my daughter come in here and go through the other items just because I didn't know where she wanted them or what she actually wanted to keep. She did really well with it. She wasn't very amused, but she did okay. But let me know down below, do your kids have a whole bunch of stuff that they just have a hard time getting rid of? My kids love Legos, so we have a whole Lego table and a whole bunch of other Legos all over the house, which I encourage playing with Legos. It makes them use their imagination, their creativity, and all of that. But sometimes those suckers hurt when you step on them, and it's very frustrating when I find them all over the house and I'm trying to vacuum and I cannot get them vacuumed up. But every once in a while I do end up finding one, but we shall see how it ends up. Hopefully they're still going to try to keep them in the Lego table because I've been working with them really diligently, I think is the correct term. But I've been on them to remind them that the Legos need to stay with the Lego table so we don't lose them.
Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, gotta put on my favorite song. I need a boost. Let's turn up the love.
So I need some help with this, guys. So we have the glass top glass stovetop, but whenever stuff boils over and gets all over the stovetop, I can get majority of it off, but there's always something that sticks to the glass. So my friend told me about this Thermabrite or whatever it is, but for some reason it is not working for me. I think I still have the razor blade, but I really don't want to scratch up the glass. I already have scratches on it, and it drives me nuts because I don't want to be the one to ruin it since my sister-in-law bought it, and it's just one of my fears of ruining all of it, and I don't want to. But are there any tricks that you know of that I can do to get all of that burnt on food or water or whatever it is, get it off of there? Because I've let this stuff sit and harden and scrubbed it off. I've used the Scrub Daddy. I've used a whole bunch of different things. But like I said, I don't want to scratch it, but I really need to get it cleaned. This stuff works for the most part, but there's still a few spots that just drive me nuts, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get them off of there. I'm going to keep trying, of course, but who honestly knows? I'm just really hoping that someone can tell me down in the comments what I can do, because I'm willing to try pretty much anything, and I'd rather not use a razor blade, but obviously if that's what I need to do, then I'm going to end up having to break down and do it. I'm just really hoping, because the noise drives me nuts of the scraping and scratching. I can't handle it. So I only have a few more minutes of my video, but on this day, it was actually yesterday, so Friday, I wanted to make sure that the house was cleaned up before my husband got home. And so I ended up picking up all the toys. I just made a pile, and my daughters ended up actually putting the stuff away physically because they get an hour of tablet time before bed. And so they were on the couch, content, playing together and laughing. So I figured I would use that time to end up vacuuming the living room. And then I did end up mopping the kitchen / dining room. And oh my gosh, you guys, when you see the water, I didn't do the first water dump, but after I did the clean cycle of my mop pack, it was absolutely disgusting. It's like I need to start mopping a lot more, because at this point, my floors are so gross. I don't know how often you're supposed to mop, and I feel like it should only be like once a week, but by the look of my mop water, and I know I've slept a little bit, so it's been a couple of weeks, but I need to get better at it because that's disgusting, and I started to realize that it's almost time that I need to start spring cleaning, because there's dust and I don't want to say cobwebs, but kind of like cobwebs, like dust webs. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but I'm starting to notice them more. And with the sunshine out, that's today. Well, that totally did not make sense. With the sunshine out today, it makes me want to just clean everything, and I'm starting to notice like the handprints and stuff on the windows, and that's one of my pet peeves. But then again, part of me is also lazy and doesn't want to clean the windows, so we'll just have to see where that goes. But at this point, it is what it is, and it's still winter here, and we haven't even went through our typical snow season yet. It usually, for where I live, we usually get ice and snow towards the end of January, beginning of February. So we still have a good chance of getting some snow at some point, but usually by March it's just rain, and that's the season that I hate, because then everything's just wet and mushy, and I just want to be able to put my kids outside and let them play. But we can't do that until about May, usually, sometimes April, depending on the rainy season-ish. But I want to tell you thank you for joining me. There's only about a minute left, and like I said, after me vacuuming, I ended up going in and mopping the kitchen. I need to do the bathroom today, so that way I can have another video ready for next week, because like I said, my house is not perfect at all. It may look picked up when everyone comes over, but if you actually look, I am not a very good housekeeper, and I miss a lot of the deep cleaning, but I do enjoy it, and I try to go one room at a time. But my husband thinks that I might be ADHD, because I'll start one thing and bounce to 15 other things and never actually finish exactly what I'm doing. But it'll be okay. We'll eventually figure it out. But I want to say thank you for joining me. I hope you come back and this somewhat gave you a little bit of motivation to get something done. It doesn't have to be perfect in your house, but just doing one thing at a time and a little bit each time really will add up. And as long as you're happy with it, no one else should have a say in your house or what you do in your house. So I really hope that you enjoyed it and you end up coming back for my upcoming videos. Make sure to subscribe, like, hit that notification bell so you get the rest of the notifications of my next video. Bye, guys.
I lay awake at night because all I seem to think about is you. I don't know what to do. Do I want this too much? I know I have burned you once before. You can chew me up and spit me out if you don't wanna see me anymore. But I just wanna try it, because all that I can think about is you. And I don't know what to do. Can I stay for a while? 'Cause I don't know any better. I should say something clever, but I can't think whatsoever. Because my logic's out the window when I'm sitting next to you. Go ahead and break my heart if you want to, but I'll stay for a while if that's okay with you. Am I a crazy person, maniac? 'Cause I just wanna jump right in with you. And I don't care about the consequences. I think you know that too. Just give me one more try, and I promise I will never let you down. 'Cause you're all that I see now. Can I stay for a while? 'Cause I don't know any better. I should say something clever, but I can't think whatsoever. Because my logic's out the window when I'm sitting next to you. Go ahead and break my heart if you want to, but I'll stay for a while if that's okay with you. 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 I should slow it down, take it easy. I just keep on staring at my phone. Yeah, my head's spinning, heart's racing, knowing that you could give me a call. I lay awake at night because all I seem to think about is you. Can I stay for a while? 'Cause I don't know any better. I should say something clever, but I can't think whatsoever. Because my logic's out the window when I'm sitting next to you. Go ahead and break my heart if you want to, but I'll stay for a while. while, if that's okay with you.